What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about 99 Infinite Flux. This is part 2 and the final part of the program. I'm going to be explaining to you guys how you can get any of the 99 overalls that are set champions for free. We're also going to be talking about limited time MUTCOIN methods, and also before we get right into it, some of my newer players were asking specifically about the George Pickens. Alright, so what happens is when EA Sports breaks things up, they're not usually very informative with it, so some of you guys get confused, and a high majority of my questions is, yo, why can't I unlock this free player? Well, realistically speaking, EA Sports doesn't really let you know why or how you're supposed to do certain things. I do believe that TJ on Good Morning Madden did tell you, though, that you would have to wait for part 2 in this particular instance. So if you miss Good Morning Madden, that's fine. But what you should do and get used to is always check the milestones of every new program. For instance, this Infinite Flux, you can see that once they release part 2 later today, you're going to get that second token. Now, another thing is, okay, is he worth it to use? If you guys remember earlier in the year with the competitive pass, George Pickens, he was a monster. Like straight up outrageous, bro. He was doing some things he shouldn't have been doing. Just like how he does it in real life. So I'm not really set tripping on that. But this is the thing, right? When you guys go to get him and complete his card, I gotta find him right now as this thing loads very slowly right here, right? So when you get his next token and you upgrade him, right? He's gonna be a 97 speed with a 96 excel, plus he gets the boost from the legendary strat cards. If you guys are not familiar with strat cards, you want to subscribe and become a member of the channel to get those questions exclusively answered, because he's gonna be a beast with the strat card. All right, if you have an actual Steeler theme team, he will be a 99 speed with 99 excel. All right, 6'3", and he can moss. Similar to the way that Carmichael does, and also the limited George Pickens. Well, not the limited George Pickens, the limited Donald Parham. This guy right here, obviously he's a free set card. The Donald Parham that's going to be released later, he's a limited card and he's 6'8", 6'9", whatever he is, right? He's going to be okay. Because what EA Sports has done is they've made the abilities like way too overpowered. So you're not going to be able to do some of the things we were doing last year in Madden unless you get an idiot that runs man coverage. That's pretty much like the way to just moss dudes uncontrollably. But zone with the KOs is almost impossible to do. All right, I just want to let you guys know that before we jump into the next segment of getting these cards for free. All right, so now we jump over to the sets, right? You're going to obviously go over to Infinite Flux. And we're going to take a look at what's going on in that segment so that we can kind of figure out the game plan, right? So the most recent ones, the only one that I've used that's been pretty good is Quentin Nelson. I've heard good things about Darius Slay, but just remember, X factors are very important, even with the fact that people are running around with Gonzalez. He's a shapeshifter and a momentum shifter, and he takes away your X factors. These cards on defense that get the unlimited, like the Combine unlimited X factor once it charges up, those cards are like really, really good, because no matter where the ball is thrown, they're going to knock it out. And again, do I agree with the fact that EA has this going on? No, but I want my viewers to win, so I'm going to give you that information. All right, so it's still dominant. The X factors are very, very important, guys. Do not believe the hype. If you just go with abilities, it's cool when the X factor is not there, but X factors are still what you need. So when you take a look at all of this, right, it's going to be the same protocol. Now, when I did this, I jumped up to about 5 mil because I completed about 2 or 3 of them and sold them right at the jump. So what's going to happen is this, right? The 97s, you're going to need any 97 overall player. All right, this is pretty much the way that we're going to go ahead and we're going to deal with the way that we have to rock this out. As far as making the 97s, this is very, very important. All right, so here we go right now. This is something that I want you guys to really try to get. You have the 2 versions, right? And you can see that it's any. All right, that goes into this. So your primary focus is making any of these cards. Getting 97s is very, very cheap. All right, like it's just almost ridiculous. Like there's so many different ways to get 97s, team of the year, the cards and all that stuff. So we have to focus on this. This is the primary focus. Okay, now at this time, right, the price ranges, we're going to take a look at the average price ranges of the 97s. You can see, I saw people sniping them for about 150. Do I believe that that's a realistic price? No. This guy is the lowest, Kobe Bryant. I hate saying his name, obviously, because of the late Kobe Bryant from, obviously basketball. But this right here, the way the price ranges are right now, is typically what's going to happen within the drop of the actual gameplay. All right, once they drop the cards later today, those prices are gonna skyrocket. But the average price is gonna be no more than 200,000. So what you're trying to figure out is, okay, how am I gonna do this? So this is the way that it's gonna have to work, right? No matter which one of these you use, you're gonna need a certain amount of cards from the different programs. Now, the 95 overalls, right? That is what we're gonna focus in on. And remember, you're gonna be able to get free cards from the field pass as well. So always check the field pass if you're looking for a specific player. We're gonna go to the field pass after this. But I just wanna make sure you guys understand, this is the primary goal right here, is to make 95s. So now we have to take a look at what's going on. It's gonna be a little crazy, and I wanna let you guys understand that, right? This is what goes on, and this is how EA does it. You see like how you can use a 95 and exchange a 97? This is just pretty much an exchange pack. Please stay away from this pack unless you really want an actual 97, because this is just a waste of a 97. Remember, you need 2 97s and then the other cards to be able to get the 97 that goes into the set to get the 99. They do things like have these exchanges, and people do this like, yo, gee, no. Don't do it. There's no value right now in the 97 because the 99 overall is what everybody is utilizing. Unless, like I said, you have a specific reason, maybe a theme team, and you wanted a different 97. Other than that, it doesn't really matter. All right. So when you look at the differences with the specialist and the way that it works, right? Sometimes people may do this and get a 97 and then use the exchange because they have different versions of the 97. All we care about is the overall of a 97 so that we can use it to make a 99. So realistically, what you're gonna have to do is this. You have a few options, right? You can utilize 90s, right? And make the actual 93s, the 93s turn to 95s, and you go upward like that. Because when I'm telling you this right now, this coin method is gonna be wild, okay? Because these 93s, remember, we're not buying the 90s. And that's where a lot of people get confused when I'm saying a coin method, right? You don't buy the stuff. You earn the stuff by playing the game. If you do not play Madden and you're just coming on like, oh, I just want a coin method, it's not gonna work. You have to play house rules, you gotta play head to head, you gotta play MUT champs, you gotta play modes that give you free cards. And then you're gonna end up with a lot of stuff in your binder, and then you convert it. So the realistic part is this, right? You wanna make as many 95s as you can so that you can make the 97s and sell them. The 90s can be made with the most feared, like I've shown you guys several times. You want to focus on most feared. It's something that's very, very simplistic, but some people still find it difficult. Bro, exchange these cards. Bro, it's May. You don't need 87s. Get rid of them. Exchange them. Make 90s. Make the 93s. Make the 95s, and then make the 97s. Even if you do not want one of the Infinite Flux players, you still make them and sell them while the market is high for the new players. All right. So that's how you're ultimately going to do it. You're going to make the 97s through that route. And then if you want, you're going to be making 97s and stuff like that, you could go ahead and find the other ways to get the 97s done. Team of the year, stuff like that. Well, this is team of the week. So we're going to go over to the actual team of the year stuff. And where's the team of the year? Team of the year right here. You can make those 97s very, very simple as well. So everything is there as far as a set program. So you're going to focus in on that. As far as the field pass goes, right? You're going to still get free cards at the end of this field pass. For whatever reason, EA is not loading my stuff, so I have to back out. Whenever you have an issue with something not loading, unfortunately, you have to back out and go back into the actual game. It happens randomly, but usually once you just back out of MUT and go back in there, it definitely works out. All right, so here we go here. And then we're going to go over to the Infinite Flux. We're going to press the button over here. And when you get to the end of it, you're going to see, you're going to get a 97 plus overall B&D. A lot of you guys will pull a 99 because they've been doing that because it's B&D. So obviously B&D is not sellable, but you can still also get a free 99 that way. With this right here, these are high Infinite Flux B&Ds as well, or the Coin Fantasy Pack. Again, if you do not want B&Ds because they don't apply to your theme team, take the coins. All right. And that's ultimately how you're going to go through this right now. Let me know, obviously, if you have any other questions or comments. If you are a member of the channel, go ahead and ask your specific questions and it will be answered by myself or the team. Other than that, you guys have a blessed day, and I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.